Okay, hello everybody. How are you? Good to be here once again. Today is Tuesday, 25th of March. Hope everyone's been having a great day wherever you are. Big thank you to Jane yesterday for Monday Fun Day, easing us into another Onpassive week. Just make sure you can all hear me, see me, think everything's okay. I've been using StreamYard for a few days now and it all seems absolutely fine. As far as Onpassive OES is concerned, no more updates in that area. One thing I actually did notice is, I don't know about you, but for me, certainly very easy to log in now, very quick, comes up very quickly. And also I noticed, especially on the mobile now, that when you scroll up and down the page, there seems to be quite a big gap at the bottom for some reason with nothing on it. Maybe this has all been part and parcel of what they were doing when they had that downtime, was maybe expanding the bandwidth for the page for things to come. Who knows? I don't know. But I did notice that there was, it was a lot more quicker to refresh anyway. Colonel Daniel Lee, thank you so much for your super sticker. That is very, very kind of you. Straight at the back. That's good. So whilst we are obviously waiting to hear from our CEO, Mufareh, once again, I thought I would try and pick a few things out of the pop-up that was there and expand it. Now, one of the things that he did say was his years of experience, and this is all part of why we are doing this change now into the next phase of Onpassive. And that got me really thinking about how people's online experience are really helpful to newbies like ourselves, really, you know, people who don't understand how to navigate their way around the internet as far as business is concerned, how to build funnels or market or all of these sort of things. And that got me sort of going down a bit of a rabbit hole of what actually makes a winning formula for your success online. And again, once you start looking into all these sort of things, it really does make an awful lot of sense of some of the things that we know about already through our CEO, Mufareh. And this is what I wanted to bring to the table today and maybe tomorrow. Let's see how time goes, because there was an awful lot that really made a lot of sense. And I first thought that so many of the things that they pinpointed, what make a winning formula for success, really do appertain to what we have in Onpassive. So let's start off then, and let's start going through a couple of them, or let's go over the top of them first, and then we'll delve a little bit deeper. It says here, a winning formula in any context typically involves a combination of clear goals, strategic planning, focused execution, and adaptability to achieve desires and outcomes. So just that on its own should start giving you a bit of an idea of where we are in Onpassive and some of the things we have seen. A clear goal. Now, there's always been that clear goal, hasn't it? Now, remember, guys, I am talking about Onpassive, but a lot of this appertains to you individually as well, of how your own winning success formula is so important. A lot of these things that I'm going to highlight now, you should put into your daily chore, your daily business that you should do on a daily basis, because it makes the difference. And again, when you start looking into this and go down rabbit holes, it brings up what is winning formulas for entrepreneurs. And I'm going to go into that as well. So like I said, having a clear goal is almost right up there with the most important one. Have that. Not only do you need to have a goal, but you also have to have a plan of strategy of how to achieve those goals. You also need to focus that execution in the right area to be able to get to where you are. But more important, you need to have ability. So you need to adapt in various scenarios to achieve that desired outcome. Why? Because stuff happens that you haven't thought about, then you need to change and adapt. So here's some key elements then of a winning formula. Vision and goals. A winning formula starts with a clear understanding of what you want to achieve and why. Now, this got me really interested in what makes a successful entrepreneur. Okay. Everybody says, don't they, have that clear goal formulated in your mind's eye of where that goal is and go for it. Okay. Don't stop, keep on going. That got me looking at what makes a successful entrepreneur. And it says being a successful entrepreneur is a dream that numerous people aspire to. Still, it isn't easy to have it as one size because it doesn't fit all. So one formula for one person doesn't necessarily mean that's the right formula for somebody else. But it does go on to say that we will explore some of the crucial constituents that can help you on your path for success. And it says vision and passion. The first and foremost component of success is having a passion for what you do. This is because passion drives provocation. Provocation energizes perseverance. Along with passion, having a clear vision of what you want to achieve is inversely important. A strong vision provides a direction and a purpose for your hard-earned work and sweat. Basically, what they're trying to say there is, whatever your goal is, you need to have that vision of your goal and really go for it. Don't let anything get in your way of where you want to go and what you want to achieve. Innovation and adaptability is also very important. Why? Because the world is consistently changing, and successful entrepreneurs are those who can acclimatize to these changes. This requires an entrepreneurial mindset that embraces innovation and creativity. It means being willing to take pitfalls, try new efforts, and pivot when necessary. Don't you think a little bit of what has happened to us in Onpassive has that element to it, right? We've had to adapt, pivot, change to the pitfalls that have happened to us as a business, but it hasn't stopped us going forward for our passion to want to achieve our goals, whether that is individually, whether that is through the business of Onpassive. All of these things for me make an awful lot of sense and actually stands us apart from the ones who want instant gratification from their efforts of what they are doing. Now, there's an awful lot to be said about that as well, about people who fade by the wayside because they haven't had the desired outcome of what they wanted to be or achieve to be at a certain date. Does this mean that they have failed in their success? No, it doesn't at all. It basically means they've given up before that success has become realized. This is why it's so important to grab hold of your goals and be passionate about it so that that will take you through those bad times. Having the ability as well to embrace innovation and creativity also is very important. We talked about this last week. If you don't embrace new technology, new creative ways of doing things, then you get left by the wayside. I gave the examples, didn't I, last week, of Blockbuster not embracing new technology and moving with the times, pivoting, changing directions, all of these sort of things. And what happened to them? They went bust. Nokia were the same. They didn't adapt to new technology. And this is really what I'm trying to say here, is that if you are one of these people who are struggling a little bit now with what our CEO said in the pop-up about us having to change, about having to adapt new things and new ways, then you need to start looking at yourself and thinking, time has moved. Innovation has moved. We need to be more creative with what we're doing. And part of that is to change and innovate ourselves in different areas so that we can be as successful as we possibly can. Another thing as well, what they were saying about being a successful entrepreneur was the hustle and hard work. He said there is no fast route to success. We know that, don't we? This is not a get rich quick scheme business that we are involved with, and it doesn't happen overnight. Successful entrepreneurs are those who are willing to put in the hard work, hustle and grind. This means working long hours, being chastened with the time operation and staying concentrated on the end thing. Resilience and perseverance. The road to success isn't always smooth, and lapses and failures are part of that trip. Successful entrepreneurs are those who can bounce back from these lapses, learn from them, and keep pushing forward. It requires adaptability, fortitude, and perseverance. Is that starting to resonate a little bit with our CEO, the business, but also ourselves? We get knocked back a lot, don't we? I've said it before, mainly from loved ones, acquaintances, people we know. We get the knockback all the time from these people, and we need to learn to adapt to their looks, snarky remarks, and all the rest of it. And why do we keep going? Because we have got a passion about our goal. We've got a passion about the business that we're involved with. And we certainly have the foresight to know that we are going to win in the end with sticking with what we have. This stands us apart from others. Having that resilience to keep on going, to be able to brush things off us that many would fall by the wayside. This is what, in the end, my belief is going to stand us above and beyond others, because we've had the time and we've had the persistence to keep going in the face of a lot of adversity. That is us individually, but more importantly, that is the company itself. Every time we see our CEO, he is extremely upbeat. He is extremely optimistic about the future for all of us. He's had so many setbacks over the last 12 months, 2 years, from within and externally, but he's never given up. And this is what sets him apart as an entrepreneur from others. He could have brushed his hands and walked away, but that doesn't give him the winning formula. That doesn't make it a winning business, and it certainly doesn't make it a winning business for all of us. Also, it says no entrepreneur can succeed alone. Erecting a strong network and unifying with other essentials of successful people. This means reaching out to instructors, erecting connections with guests, and partnering with other businesses. We've seen this already, haven't we, with Onpassive, how they have aligned themselves with other businesses to come in within their own business. And this is, again, very important. It's helped spread the load. Is this going to happen in the future? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But certainly, I believe having collaborations with others that are like-minded, have the same outlook and goals that we have to have within Onpassive, certainly will make us a much better and stronger business because of that. Ourselves individually, how many times have we spoken about birds of a feather flock together, and people you hang with should be positive minded? All of these help to ensure that you are on the right track. All of these things help to keep you engaged with our business and what we have and what we are trying to achieve. It helps you learn to be a winner within the entrepreneurial circuit. So the conclusion is really of all of this, as far as entrepreneurship is concerned, is entrepreneurs who are successful frequently have analogs, characteristics that help them to succeed. They retain a strong drive to succeed and passionate about their work, taking advice, pitfalls, and be flexible in the face of adversity. They also have excellent communicational places and consistently seek knowledge and tone enhancement and compass themselves with a strong support system. Still, it is important to flash back that success isn't guaranteed. And indeed, the most successful entrepreneurs have faced challenges and lapses along the way. But by embodying these traits and constantly putting in hard work, they have increased their chances of achieving their goals and realizing their dreams. So whether you are formerly an entrepreneur or aspiring to become one, focus on delivering these traits and incorporating them into your daily lives, always remembering success isn't just about having a good idea. It's about having the right mindset and taking the necessary course of action and conducting it in a reality-based environment that is going to make sense to others. What is my takeaway from that as far as being a successful entrepreneur? How many times have we heard 2 feet from goal? How many times have we seen people give up just when they're going to strike it lucky? For me, that resilience is what is going to pay off. Having the belief of what is being achieved here in Onpassive, that for me is what I hang on to more dearly than anything else. The confidence I have in our CEO to deliver, the teamwork that we have around us all. Vivine Benny, thank you so much for your super sticker. It flashed by extremely fast. It says, Vivine says, we admire you, Red. You inspire us all. Well, thank you very much. I hope that rather inspire, I'd like to think that I bring something to the table for you to think about. This is what I try and do, is to try and get you thinking about things. Educating yourself of the right mindset of winning certainly gives you that right way of approaching things. If you approach adversity with the wrong mindset, you're never going to win. If you approach it with a winning attitude, guess what? It might be a bit of a rocky road. It might be up and down. It might be not very nice at all. But you've certainly got a much better chance of winning through than if you've got a give up or negative mindset beforehand. This is what I'm trying to do, is to help you guys to stay the course, to believe in yourselves, believe in the business, believe that this is all going to be okay. I certainly do. Do I have good days and bad days? Absolutely. It'd be unrealistic to say that every day is a good day, because it's not. But one thing I really believe in is that everything that is happening is going to be okay in the end. And that for me is all I need. So let's just go back then to some of the other elements that they're talking about. Strategy and planning. Developing a well thought out plan that outlines the steps and resources needed to reach your goals is crucial. Do you think that our CEO has a strategy? Do you think he's got a plan? Do you think he has the resources? All of those questions for me is a big yes. I certainly believe that what is happening right now is strategic. I said to you last week, seeing our CEO on Marty and Chris's live before, I think was done strategically. I think it was done to prepare us, to get us ready. Every step of the way, I've always felt that he knows much more than he's letting on to. He knows so much of what is going on, but he can't tell us for certain reasons. I certainly believe that he has doing what he's doing now because it's the best strategy to have the most impact for our benefit and the benefit of the business moving forward into the next phase. I've really believed that he has always had a plan. Has that plan changed? Yeah, of course it has. Things happen. You have to adapt. As we said beforehand about being an entrepreneur, you have to utilize new things. You have to embrace new opportunities to be able to pivot and turn. This is all part and parcel of the change. And this is what makes, again, another winning formula. So for me, I think it really is important that having that strategy, putting it in place and using those steps and resources is going to be one of the most crucial things that we are going to utilize within the business to achieve our goals. The business itself is our strategy. The components within it are going to be things that we can utilize to achieve our goals. He's putting them all there in front of us, and how we leverage them and use them is going to give us our success. I certainly am going to utilize everything I possibly can to the max to benefit me in my own business within Onpassive, or whatever other name it's called, doesn't really matter. But the OES is going to be there, and the strategy of how it works is still going to be there the same. Am I going to then help other people to learn that strategy, to utilize and find their way around? Absolutely, I am. But I'm going to get myself going first. This is why I want you guys to come with me. Why wouldn't I want everybody along with for the ride? You know, we've endured hard times for a long time. Why wouldn't I want people to enjoy the good times? And part of that is learning the process, learning how new things work, learning how to utilize things in certain ways to maximize the benefit of what is coming. This is all part of having that goal and that plan. This is having your strategy and planning moving forward. This is why I've said many times, outline certain parts of where you want to be to achieve those goals. Try and visualize them to make it happen. But more than anything is look at the business when we get to phase 2 and say, right, how am I going to use what I've got here to the benefit of my own business? And before people start saying, I can't market, I can't do this, and I can't do that, right? Is that really having an entrepreneurial mentality? Does it mean the company aren't going to help us? Yes, they are. But if you want to succeed, you have to take charge and control of your own destiny first. That means jumping in, starting to learn. We'll help you guys. Obviously, we'll make sure that you are going to find the right way around stuff. Okay. Nearly everything I use on the internet, I've had to find a way around. Using StreamYard, I hadn't used it for ages. I had the biggest crash course of learning how to use it that I've ever had. But you find your way around it. You start learning, you know, and this is what is more important than anything else. Rather than somebody saying, go here, do that, and all the rest of it. Are you actually learning when somebody is saying that? Everybody learns more by doing it themselves. And that is what I'm trying to get you guys into the right mindset of doing, saying, right, I've got this here in front of me. Our CEO's done what he says he's going to do. We've got the products, we've got the platform. How can I utilize it for myself and my business to the best of my ability? This is what I'm trying to do here with all these little bits and pieces I'm bringing to the table of what makes a winning formula, to teach you a little bit about having that strategy, having that planning, having your visions, having your goals, and then in the end, focusing on the execution. This is why this part of what I'm talking about is going to take a day or two to come to you on the lives. I hope you're going to utilize it and look back at it to say, right, what do I need to do now? Where do I need to go now? What do I have to do? And hopefully these steps will help you in your journey of being successful in Onpassive and online. So guys, tomorrow we'll come back again and we will do focused execution, adaptability, I can't say that word today, and resilience, and passion and motivation. Okay, we'll break those ones down for the best formula for success. Again, guys, I hope it's been of use to you. I hope it's been knowledgeable. I hope that it is making you think a little bit, but more importantly, hang on to what your vision is. Hang on to that goal, because with Onpassive, you're going to need it, because it is what is going to drive you to utilize all of the bits and pieces that we have gone over here. Again, guys, thank you, Colonel Daniel Lee, for your super sticker, and for Vivine Benny. It's been absolutely fantastic you sending them. Nobody has to, but it's greatly received. Anyway, guys, that's it from me for today. We'll see you all tomorrow. Tuesdays, normally, myself, Gene, and Andy Burks do OP Digital Blueprint. I presume it's on. I haven't heard from Andy yet. But if it's not, I'll be back around tomorrow. If not, I'll see the rest of you on his show tonight, which is going to be at, I believe, 7 p.m. UK, which will make you, I think, 3 p.m. for the States. That's it from me then. Bye for now.